Yahoo Sports NFL This Week is brought to you by Speed Stick Stain Guard. Helps fight yellow stains.
Darrelle Revis remains away from the Jets, but is his holdout the most damaging to his team? Hello, everybody. I'm Carissa Thompson, joined by Yahoo NFL writer Jason Cole and Yahoo national columnist Les Carpenter. Gentlemen, let's get right into it here. The Jets believe Revis could be out for the entire season. He is arguably the top defensive back in the game. So, Jason, do you see Revis missing the entire year?
I still believe that at some point in time the Jets are going to come to their senses and they're going to say, we got to get this deal done. We'll give you the guaranteed money that you want. We'll get the long-term deal done. We'll honor what we said we wanted to do, which was give you a long-term contract at the beginning of the offseason. That's what the Jets hinted at, basically promised. However, if this doesn't get done by the beginning of the season, I think not only does he not play this season, I think he's never a Jet again. I think that there are very hard feelings on both sides of this one. I think it could be really disastrous for the Jets the way they've handled this. And I think that Revis will hold his ground as long as he feels like he has to. And that could be a career-altering move.
And he's going to miss out on what appeared to be a sick locker room at the New Meadowlands Stadium. All right, over in San Diego, Chargers GM A.J. Smith says that he expects wide receiver Vincent Jackson and tackle Marcus McNeil to be out for at least 10 games. So, Les, I'm going to ask you, is that possibly just as harmful to a team that may consider to be the favorite for the AFC West?
Well, A.J. Smith usually likes to win these things, and the greater problem for the Chargers, whether or not they trade Jackson or whether or not McNeil is forced to finally crawl back, is what will happen later on. I think they can win the division, but what's going to happen in the playoffs? Are they going to miss those guys in the playoffs when it really is over the last few years, the Chargers have not done what they should have done in the playoffs and gone to the Super Bowls. Everyone's thought that maybe they could. So that's where I think the problem is going to wind up. It's not the short term; it's a long term.
Okay, so Jason, that leads me to the next question. Then, who's hoping for a faster resolution, the Jets or the Chargers?
Well, I mean, look, it's a race to get this done no matter what. But if I'm the San Diego Chargers and I just paid, a lot of money to get an extension done with Phillip Rivers, I want to have his best receiver and his left tackle, the guy who's guarding him, there. Either that or I want to get Vincent Jackson out of there and traded and taken care of and then get McNeil back in, feeling like I can leverage McNeil back onto the team, get this resolved somehow, because we're talking about the offense, and that's the foundation of that team right now. That's where their strength is. Defense is not really their strength. They're in transition over there. If they hope to be good, they better be strong on offense.
Well, I would think it would be Revis and the Jets. I mean, he is arguably their best player at a position, maybe the best player in the league at a position it's very, very difficult to fill. Without him, I don't think the Jets are the same team. They're certainly not the same defense.
All right, so let's move to a different subject here. The possibility of a lockout with the Players Union in 2011 is looming over the league's head. So, Jason, what kind of position does that put the Jets and other teams in as far as the holdouts go?
Well, it's a difficult situation because you don't know where the salary cap is going to be, if there's going to be a salary cap. Are they going to play again next season? Are they going to lock out? And if they play again next season, what rules are there? Everybody is really in the dark. And one of the situations that the Jets want to address is if they do a long-term deal with Revis, they want to adjust to the feeling like the cap may go down. So they don't want to get caught up in paying him too much where there would be a ripple effect on the team. That's one of their considerations. That consideration, I believe, has been addressed in these negotiations, that there would be a variable worked into a contract, but they still have to hammer out those details. So that's what makes it really difficult to give Darrelle Revis the kind of money that he's looking for in the area of $15 million a year. That's what the going rate for the top cornerback in the league is.
Oh, come on, Jason. Just get that checkbook out. It's easy for you to write that, I'm sure. All right, guys.
Yeah. There you go.
I see that Stanford polo. Come on now. All right, guys, thank you as always, and thank you for watching Yahoo Sports coverage of the NFL.